some of these same people that you think made sense on a level that, in some regard, again, it's and then in some cases you might feel like people making you have a bunch of kids to keep you still and stagnant. Because the whole time that you've been with somebody, nothing good has came out of it. Nothing good has came out of it. You look at some of your past relationships and some of the people that you dealt with, that you do got kids with, it's just you taking one problem to the next problem to the next problem, and expecting for somebody to solve that problem, and you never really, really, really hone in on the issue from the beginning. You know? And that's the reality of the matter. You try to show your kids how to use the bathroom. I remember the first time you see a kid, like, what's the first thing a lot of people do? They put them in front of the TV. You ever seen a kid try to focus their eyes and hold their neck still and sit up and look at the television when they hear a sound or a light that they like? It's the most funniest thing in the world. Almost like they sitting up and they kind of falling over and opening their eyes just a little bit where they can kind of see it. Then they just slump back over because they don't have enough energy to hold their whole head up. Those late nights when you roll over and, right? She might have on something little that you feel like you can take advantage of your relationship that night. What happens when you have kids? Y'all done spent so much time pampering and taking care of your kid. What happens? You lose time for each other. You lose sight of your look. A lot of people, you make the excuse of letting yourself go over the years, but you didn't really let yourself go. That was the direction that you wanted to head in. You know that you didn't have any self-discipline. So the self-discipline led to other, issues that lead to health, that lead to emotional problems, that lead to physical problems, that lead to other things. Because when you shut down like that, you wind up shutting other people out to where you think it makes sense. And the funniest part of any relationship, once you have kids, is the power struggle within your relationship to who's right and wrong. Who's the better parent? Who's more mature? Who's more responsible? You start fighting over little stuff. Well, I'm gonna change his diaper. Well, you get some sleep. Well, no, I just stayed up. And it's just back and forth. So where's the sexy time? And then another side of that is when the in-laws come to your house and they stay too long and you don't want them there. And, in-laws come stay for 10, 11 days. They maybe should have stayed for 2 or 3. But in the process of them staying, they doing things around your house that they probably wouldn't do in their own house. Telling you stories that you probably didn't know existed, whether they was scared of a certain race of people or didn't like a certain race of people. A lot of the things are embedded in us and taught to us for us to understand and make light of them. It's almost like when you go to somebody else's house and they got a dog and they feed their dog. And every time you sit down and eat, the dog will sit there and you kind of shoo him away. But that dog will give you that look like, come on, you ain't going to eat all that. And walk by you 2 or 3 times. And then from there, if you do have any sympathy, you might scrape something on the floor, even though you're not supposed to feed a dog table food. But that look that dog gave you, boy, it's almost like they be talking to you. Every time that dog give you a look, what you do? Wind up talking back to that dog, don't you?